quite the shitty job. Literally.
Look for this logo for Honest Canadian Dairy.
Hey guys, so first things first here, we're gonna start off by giving this Puma a nice little facelift because the cab is just filthy and these windows are terribly dirty. So we got some nice glass cleaner here. This stuff actually works amazing. So let's get this cab cleaned out. Give her a nice good coat. Let her soak for a little bit. Wipe her down. Oh yeah, that's so much better. The floor's gonna have to wait because my shop vac is MIA, so that's gonna have to wait for another time. At least I can see out of the windows now, at least. I gotta take this hitch off because the manure tank doesn't need that. So we're gonna go blast that off quick with the air gun. We're just gonna back the manure tank into the shop here. We're gonna check the tires out and grease it, just make sure everything's good to go. Sorry for the steering wheel noise too. It is kind of loud. All right, so this here is our manure tank that we have on the farm. It's not all the greatest and the biggest in the world, but this is the one we use for when we're kind of in a pinch. When we do haul out our big slurry store, we do rent a 6,000 gallon tanker. This one, I don't even know how big this one is, honestly. Maybe not even 3,000, maybe at the most. So we're gonna check some tire pressures here, grease her up, and go empty the pit in the barn. She's gonna need some air. There's nothing in there. We're gonna be here for a while. So I went to go grab a different kind of air chuck I had sitting in my truck. That one kind of just locks on so we can just let it fill. This is the one I had on there before. So this one you have to hold on with your hand because it doesn't lock onto the valve stem. This one's locked onto there. That's kind of handy. So in the meantime, while that tire fills up, I'm gonna check the rest of them. That tire's good. Yeah, so just the two fronts need air. The two back ones are good. Got it all ready to go here. We're gonna go back up to the barn over there. And I gotta switch around a valve, I think. So right now it's hooked up to the slurry tank, our manure pump. I gotta unhook that. The reason we're pumping this out right now is because the valve that goes to the slurry tank broke and there's no way to open it, so we can't open it till we get the big slurry tank pumped out. So this is our heifer barn. These are all the breeding age. That's where we keep them in the back here on the slats. The reason we have to haul manure today, this pit's full. And we can't pump it into our slurry because of what happened. So something got jammed in this pump here, so we had to pull the pump out, but in order to do so we had to close the valve that goes into the slurry tank. So to pull the pump out, we were trying to close this valve here, but the valve is actually broken open. So what happened, we had a tree right here growing. We ripped it out last year. We didn't realize the valves, the tree caught the valve and bent it. So we bent it straight, and now the valve doesn't close. So what we did, there's a valve in the barn here. We closed this valve, then we unhooked all this, pulled the pump out, fixed the problem here. And now this valve doesn't open. It's stuck closed, and that one's stuck open. So now the pit's full, and we have no other option but to pump straight out of the barn into the tank to the field. So the only way we can actually fix this problem is actually haul all that slurry in the big slurry tank to the field. We have to empty it completely out. Probably have to crawl inside and rip that valve apart. And then also this valve, we have to somehow get it unseized. But we can't do that till that entire slurry store is empty. So we gotta just do this for now until we get, hey girls. So we just gotta do this for now until warms up a bit more. A lot of that slurry is actually frozen in there, so we can't really haul any of it out anyways until it warms up some more. So we're just gonna hold off on that, and we're gonna just pump manure out of the barn here for a while. So first things first here, let's unhook all this, get her hooked up, and get her started agitating. We're gonna take that off. I'm gonna keep this clamp for over there. So what I gotta do now is just take this hose here. I'm gonna put it onto here, clamp it down, and then put the hose onto there and clamp it down. I'm not gonna record any of this just because I got nowhere to put the camera. So, all right. So after a few swear words and a lot of frustration here, we got her tightened up over there and tightened here. So I'm praying to God that this stuff doesn't blow apart when I open this valve. So if that happens, it'll be a really shitty deal, like literally. I will be covered. So now we can fire up the PTO, let her start agitating for about 5 minutes. We can flick her on here. So we're gonna give her a little bit here, let her mix up a bit. Might as well get this tractor fired up here too. So I'm gonna crack this valve now, and I'm hoping this does not blow apart. This has blown apart before, and it is a disaster. So I'm gonna put you guys back here and watch the show. Did start leaking out of here and a little out of there, but we're good. Alright, so we got the first load filled up here, so let's see how wet the fields are. Hopefully we don't get stuck, because I do not want to get stuck. So we're just gonna dump it behind the bags. There's a cultivated field back there, not very far from the barn at all. And then also it's just very convenient, close. We're gonna haul there until we haul out the big slurry store. And then once we haul the slurry store, we're gonna haul a lot farther because we're gonna have a way bigger tank than this little thing. So there's gonna be about probably 8 to 9 loads before that pit's empty. It is actually a pretty decent sized pit under the barn there, so I wanted to haul over there, but it's still way too wet. So I came on the sand ridge here. This is where we hauled manure last year, but we're just gonna have to do another pass on here. Also, next load I'm gonna have to go the other way. The wind is coming towards us, so I had to turn around because my nice window I just finished cleaning was already getting dirty. So we got a south wind today, and a pretty good strong one actually. All right, so to turn this PTO on, it's pretty simple. Just have your RPMs fairly low. Now you take this, you pull up and pull forward. So now your PTO is going to be on, and then just throttle up. And there she is. So I am just kind of going to haul manure wherever I can that's dry. There actually is a fair bit of wet spots still out, so I mean there still is snow on the ground, so it's pretty early yet. But we have no choice but to haul this out because we need room. So just haul where it's dry and hopefully we don't get stuck. fourth load now. It's actually mixing up very well, which I'm actually kind of surprised. So that's good. We're going to be able to empty this entire pit probably right down in the ground. So always something here. How in the world? This is the kind of crap that goes through tires and fields. Well, we got a full load right here, so I gotta somehow unload this wagon. So I'm gonna limp it to the field and just dump it. I got no choice. That is crazy, actually, how that went through the tire. It's already off the rim. Well, that really puts a damper on the day. It's a full load, and I'm just gonna take it extremely slow to the field, and hopefully that rim doesn't get buggered up too much. So yeah, I got no choice but to unload this thing yet. Hopefully nothing terrible goes wrong here. Just great. I was actually almost done hauling manure too. There's probably like maybe 2 loads left after this one, but that's just the way it goes. That's actually kind of crazy that this actually went through the tire. I kind of wonder where I picked this up from, to be honest. And what this is actually, so this is a pickup tine from our chopper, but this is from our old chopper. Like, this is old, like probably 4 or 5 years old already, and who knows where it was. So just the way it goes, I guess. So let's go, hopefully I can dump this somewhere here. I'm just gonna dump it wherever I can. Yeah. Oh, that really puts a damper on the day. So I'm just gonna unload it right here. It's gonna make a pretty big mess, but I'd rather just dump it here and it's done with, and instead of going through the field where it's muddy and just packing that tire full of mud. Also, the less I drive on this rim now, the probably better off I am anyways, so yeah. What a mess. Good day turns into a bad day real quick. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so I got the whole tanker emptied out here. So far so good. It looks like the rim's not damaged at all, so that's good. This tire's a write-off, so we're gonna have to get a new one. But yeah, I'm gonna pull it back to the yard here very slowly again. At least the tanker's empty, so it takes a lot of weight off of that. I'm not worried about wrecking the tire, it's already wrecked. It's the rim I'm worried about, but so far it looks pretty good, so we're gonna just drag it back to the yard slowly here, then unhook her, and probably get that tire fixed, so, or put a new tire on actually. So at least we got it here back to the yard now. So it looks like the rim's actually still good, so that's good. Sorry for the wind disturbance there. I don't have a very good microphone on this camera, so I'm just gonna finish talking inside the shed here. So it's a good thing that rim is fine. There's actually a tube in that tire, so hopefully we can just slap another tube in there instead of replacing the tire, because those tires are not very cheap. Last one we changed last year, I think it was like 950 bucks. So hopefully we can just change the tube, a lot cheaper than changing a tire. And then yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there, close to the shop, out of the way. And then yeah, I guess I can't finish the job I started, so this will be the end of the video, because obviously I can't finish hauling manure. So give us a thumbs up for me, and thanks for watching, guys.